It's your boy CoinStock back at it again, stuffing these duffel bags and collecting that cheddar. Before we begin, please don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe. Also, disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just a friend trying to educate you. All right, brethren, you know what we're talking about today. Polygon, right? But there's a lot to unpack, all right? We're going to be looking over like what happened to Polygon during the Q3 of 2022, and then we're going to look at one of the partnerships that we actually slept on, that it just slipped by us, and then we're going to look at Polygon and some metrics that some firm looked at, and it brings a new nuance to it, and we'll look at some of the charts that it provides, and then we'll look at some other on-chain metrics that we need to see. All right, so if you like that stuff, remember, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, brethren. All right, yeah. So we're going to look at this real quick. So Polygon for the past 24 hours has $881 million. Well, really $882 million in 24-hour trading volume. For the past 7 days, it's still on the up and up. It's still making an uptrend, but that's beside the point. Let's just, get down to the meat and bones of it all, right? Because there is a lot, brethren. So how Polygon MATIC did in Q3 2022. In a recent Messari report, Nicholas Garcia and Red Sheehan talked the state of Polygon as of the end of Q3 2023 to 2022. Man, I messed that up. MATIC right there. So let's go ahead and unpack it. In a Messari research report titled State of Polygon Q3 2022, Garcia and Sheehan said, despite the ongoing bear market, Polygon continues to build at a heightened pace. During Q3, Polygon saw network-wide activity increase, continued its aggressive business development strategy with new partnerships with distinguished companies, and progressed on its ZK scaling efforts with the unveiling of Polygon ZK EVM. So, Polygon's financial and network activity reflects Polygon proof-of-stake activity. During Q3, revenue was $4.2 million, a 26% quarter-over-quarter decline, driven by a 10% decline in transactions, 51% decline in transaction fees. Polygon average transaction fees were 0.09 cents. So, $0.09, so 9 cents. So revenue is not expected to be significant. The Polygon treasury ended the quarter with 2.4 billion MATIC. All right, so in general, account-related metrics increased during the third quarter, with active addresses setting an all-time high of 6 million, new addresses spiking 180% quarter-over-quarter, total unique addresses surpassing 170 million, and total transactions surpassing 2 billion. The NFT and gaming sectors led the increases with the launch of the Reddit NFT marketplace and the hit game Benji Bananas. Despite the increase in accounts, total transactions dropped 10% quarter-over-quarter to 256 million. So TVL dropped 43% quarter-over-quarter. The declines are attributable to Arbitrum and Optimism launching their respective liquidity mining campaigns, and new users still demonstrating limited on-chain activity. So what this tells me, right, is that there are people that do not, when the transactions all decline, it means people are ceasing to trade so much or sell or buy, right? And that the TVL, although the TVL dropped really fast, what that's telling me is that new addresses are coming in, and at least they're getting the MATIC, right? And they're holding it. There's more holders coming in. I'm not a financial advisor by any means, but I'm just saying, there's some metric behind this, but I got to keep going because there's a lot of this stuff. So decentralization and staking related metrics were consistent. As of September 30th, 2022, there's a limit of 100 active validators at a time to maintain the quick 2-second block times. The newly introduced Polygon Improvement Proposal for PIP4 proposes to increase the maximum validator set to 105, a potential first step in a progressive path towards decentralization, which is really good. Additionally, Polygon set an all-time high with 38% of total supply staked, plus 21% quarter-over-quarter, due to the Polygon team staking their tokens received from the 2021 vesting unlock. This is great news, right? So an all-time high increase of total supply staked. That's more of the supply coming out of circulation, right? It's just sitting there, right? More hands to hold the token, right? That's great. All right, let's continue. Polygon's focus on ZK scaling and aggressive business development continued. The unveiling and open sourcing of the Polygon ZK VM was a monumental milestone, as it was the first open source ZK VM. The business development team signed new partnerships with Eccentric, Disney Accelerator, Reddit, Robinhood, Starbucks, and WorldPay. The early success of the Reddit marketplace is an encouraging sign that the aggressive business development strategy is paying off. Now we know like Disney Accelerator, Reddit, Robinhood, Starbucks, and WorldPay, but there's another one that they forgot to mention, well, didn't forget to mention, but haven't mentioned yet, that's actually way bigger than we thought previously. All right, so let's continue. By allowing independent teams to experiment with different scaling approaches, Polygon is fostering intense collaboration and information sharing. In the coming months, multiple scaling solutions are scheduled to go live on testnet or mainnet. Polygon is betting the future of Ethereum ZK scaling, so Polygon's success will largely depend on its ability to quickly and effectively deliver its new ZK solutions. And we know of many of Polygon scaling solutions, like for instance Hermes, or now it's just Polygon ZK VM, and there's Avail, for instance, which is the data availability layer, and then like there's also Supernets too, which is kind of sort of like a little different point. It's more going on the Avalanche route of their, I think, subnets. But let's continue, right? That's all just good. It's great, right? The Polygon team recently announced that according to data from Web3 development platform Alchemy, there are currently over 53,000 decentralized applications deployed on Polygon, which is good. We love the utility. This 53,000 figure represents an increase of over 60% since June and almost an 8-fold jump from the start of the year. And it is the cumulative number of applications ever launched on both the mainnet and the testnet, and represents a high watermark of ecosystem activity. So, yeah, this is a 60% increase since June alone, right? Well, since June, which is not that far away, right? And I can't imagine what's going to happen year over year over year, which I think it will increase more and more and more, right? So, monthly active dApps, a closer approximation of the number of live applications in the ecosystem, rose 29% since the end of last quarter to 17,800, Alchemy data shows. The increase is fourfold from the start of the year. The number of monthly active teams, the most direct measure of developer activity on the Polygon proof-of-stake chain, rose 27% to about 13,700. About 66% of the projects are building solely on Polygon, with the remainder also launching on Ethereum. A single team can have multiple dApps on the chain, not all of which are consumer-facing. So 66% of the projects are building solely on Polygon, which is amazing. And plus the remainder, although they're building on other chains, all these chains are native to Polygon, which highlights that Polygon, it's very ripe with projects, but not only that, there's capital inflows and outflows, which is great. Just love it. So the adoption of Polygon on Alchemy led to a surge in the popularity of new decentralized finance, DeFi applications, and non-fungible tokens, NFTs, on the chain. With over 174.9 million unique user addresses and 5 billion in assets secured, Polygon Proof of Stake has processed more than 2.1 billion transactions till date, which is just nutty. Now, here's the great part. Here's the little nectar. It's almost over. So, on the 19th of October, 2022, Polygon announced that it is helping Brazil-headquartered digital bank, Nubank, to become the transition from Web 2 to Web 3. And there's all that Polygon tweeted out. Polygon's blog post about this announcement said that fintech firm Nubank, which was founded in 2013, is partnering with Polygon to launch its cryptocurrency token and leverage the democratizing power of Web3, and that the new coin token will be powered by Polygon Supernets technology, which allows for the creation of application-specific, scalable, and customizable blockchain networks. Apparently, Nubank plans to airdrop the digital token to its customers in the first half of 2023. These tokens will serve as the basis for its customers' loyalty rewards program and will have benefits such as discounts and other advantages. So this is already great news. On Supernets, we already have Doge Chain, and we have that one sports betting one. I want to say SportsXBet, SportsX.bet, but now it's on the it's on its own chain, and it's like SX Network. You can go ahead and like look it up on CoinGecko. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. You should always do your own research, but those things, well, definitely Doge Chain is a pretty huge thing, but also Nubank is huge too, which I got to look at in the next article, which is Nubank revenue and usage statistics. Nubank is the largest neobank in the world with over 45 million customers in Brazil, Mexico, and Colombia. All right, so it's the largest neobank in the world. You're probably asking, what is a neobank? Have you ever heard of, like, for instance, Chime? If not, that's fair. But it's basically banks that just strictly work online, and it actually accumulates a lot of people that are just so happen to be unbanked, or it's like a beginning bank. But all in all, it's very big, especially in South America, and it's the largest, so purportedly the largest in the world. But let's continue on the what it has to say, right? So demand has not slowed either, with the app adding 15 million new customers in 2020 and 13 million new customers in the first 9 months of 2021, which shows great growth. It plans to launch in more South American countries in the next few months, which could see Nubank's total customers rise to over 100 million within the next 5 years. All right, this is big news, right? Nubank reported 1.7 billion revenue. $1.7 billion in revenue in 2021, and 76% year-on-year increase. And over 48 million people use Nubank. Over 35 million of those are Brazilians. So yeah, Nubank is actually a pretty big deal. And not only is it going to service Brazilians, it's also going to service people from Mexico and Colombia too. So I can't be really mad at that, but let's continue with the other stuff too. So Nubank is actually a pretty big deal. Just remember that. All right, so Polygon witnesses sharp drop in supply as MATIC disappears from exchanges, crypto insights firm Sentiment. Now, disappearing from exchanges, that typically, in my mind, signals that this is a very good thing, because once people take away from exchanges and put it into their wallets, right, that means that they're less likely to trade. That's usually what it means, and that people are more likely to hold, right? So this is all good news. It might actually explain all the pumping recently too. So let's continue and read on to what's going on. A leading analytics firm is revealing that blockchain scaling solution Polygon is witnessing a dramatic drop in the supply of MATIC on crypto exchanges, even after the token's explosive rally in the last few days. In a new report, Sentiment says the crowd is piling in on Polygon as supply on crypto exchanges plummets from over 1 billion MATIC tokens in mid-October to 833.3 million coins on November 4th. And as you can see, hold on, let's enlarge that real quick. So it was slowly dwindling down, right? But there's a sharp drop right here, which Polygon started pumping real quick, and especially all the way over here, right? But yeah, there's this big drop. That, I don't know who could have done that. I don't know if it was all done at once. I don't know if it was some other company. But hey, seeing a big drop like that off of exchanges, it's kind of good news. It could have been burned. It could have been, all these factors could have been in there, right? So yeah, that's a good look, close look at it. But there's also this, looking at MATIC's other on-chain metrics, Sentiment says that the coin's rally comes as Polygon sees its highest network growth in months. According to the analytics firm, network growth illustrates user adoption by tracking the amount of new addresses that transferred MATIC tokens for the first time. MATIC is seeing its highest network growth in months. A sustained network growth would be good, but as soon as it falls and price continues to hover, forming a divergence, it tends to signal a local top as no new folks are coming in. All right, so we go ahead and look at this. So this is what the new addresses look like highest network growth in months right here. All right, so this is looking, good. You gotta love Polygon the more you look at it, right? And I think there's not much more there. Yeah, it's just talking about other stuff right there. I got all the links in the description if you need them. So yeah, so that's pretty good news too. People are steadily holding, although TVL dropped. It's the bear market. What can you do? But at least there's people holding, right? Or so we believe. But let's go ahead and look at another metric too, which is burn. The burn, there's already 204,987, and this was accumulating since Instagram, right? Since the Instagram announcement. So, and plus there's still day over day, it seems like the minimum threshold to burn is met, and there's always a confirmation to burn. So we'll have to see, of course, we'll have to wait and see if there's still going to be this network activity, which I think there will be, with Instagram coming out with its own NFT marketplace and NFTs for content creators. It's all in all, it's just a great thing. And here's another thing too, with all these burns going on and all these fees being collected. Now, I made a video the other day where Polygon's revenue was like, I'd say literally half of what this was, like 111,000, but now it's 268,000. So it literally doubled. It doubled within a week. So I mean, Polygon seeing some on-chain activity. Q3 did a lot of stuff, even things that flew under our radar. And plus, you know, people seem to be holding. Of course, it's bear market, but I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. You know, I'm just keeping you up to date on the down low. So that's all I got for you. So I guess I'll see you guys later.